Hi, I'm Lauren from LSP Actions, and I'm going to give you a live demonstration of the Cherished Dreams Lightroom preset collection. These presets are designed to be used at their best in Lightroom Classic CC. That's Lightroom Creative Cloud Classic. In Creative Cloud you get Lightroom Classic, you get Lightroom CC, and you also get Lightroom Mobile. These are designed to be used at their absolute best in Lightroom Classic. So I'm going to edit this image here from start to finish in Lightroom Classic. I'm on the library section now. I'm going to come up here to the develop panel, and this will open up all the editing options for this image. I've got the Cherished Dreams preset collection loaded up into Lightroom here under the preset panel. If you're not sure about how to install Lightroom presets, please watch video 1. Alternatively, you can visit the LSP Actions YouTube channel to watch videos on how to install presets in Lightroom Classic, Lightroom CS4, CS5, CS6, Lightroom CC, Lightroom Mobile, etc. So I'm going to get started by clicking on one of the presets here. You'll see you have a whole list. These are heavy presets. They will affect every element, every tab in your develop panel. The great thing about presets is you can click on the one you like the best, and then you can come in and tweak it a little bit for your image. Most of my LSP presets and my other preset collections, such as the portrait collection, the newborn collection, allow you to build the image up. The Cherished Dreams collection will affect every element of your image in one hit, so you can then go in, choose the one you like the best, change and add a little bit more to it, and I'm going to show you how. So I'm just going to hover over the presets here, and you can see they are really changing this image. This photo was pretty much unplanned. He was having his breakfast there, and my elder daughter Taylor, she had our bunny rabbit Sunny on her lap. So we grabbed Sunny and popped him on the table, brought the honey in to take this photo, and I really like it. You can find more about how this photo was taken in the LSP story collection, storytelling PDF file and blog. So I'm simply hovering over these until I kind of land on one that I'd like. I'm torn right now between Splash and Hugo. I think I'm going to go for Hugo. I apologise if I'm saying that one wrong. So now we're going to come down to step 2, which is perfect the light. You can hover over these and you can change the lighting if you want to, but I think I like it as it is for that preset. You will find these presets work different in TIFF files, JPEG files and RAW images. Now I'm going to look to the white balance section. I'm going to hover over these and decide which white balance I'd like. I mean, again, you can come up here and you can change the white balance if the basic tab isn't showing. Simply open it here and you can change the white balance manually. I think I'm going to go for automatic for this one. Now we come down to the little tweaks section. We can play with the blacks. I think I'm going to go for this one, blacks +2. You can reset them as well. I'm going to add a little bit of contrast in. I might take the highlights down a little touch. Don't think I want to add any matte. Vignette, yes, I want to add a vignette in because I want to start darkening these edges to bring the focus into this connection point here. It's all about telling the story with the image. And now we have the finishing filters. These will add a radial filter, which is up here, that you can edit if you want to. So I'm just hovering over them and seeing what they do. I'm not clicking on them yet. I think I like narrative filter for this one. If you want to change the filter, you can come up here, click radial filter, and you'll notice some little pins. If you don't see the pins, you can click show edit pins. You can click it and you can pull about these settings, but I'm going to leave it exactly as it is. The Cherished Dreams Lightroom collection also comes with some brushes. You can only use these brushes on Lightroom Classic, Creative Cloud desktop version of Lightroom. You cannot use them on Lightroom Mobile, you can't use them in ACR, and you cannot use them in Lightroom CC. So this is Lightroom Creative Cloud Classic. There's lots of different versions of Lightroom, which can become a little bit confusing. Before going on to the brushes, you can always scroll up and down the Develop section and change anything you want to, or turn each section on and off, just to kind of get it looking exactly as you want. But I'm not going to do any of that, I'm going to leave it just as it is. So you have this long line with a circle on the end. This is your adjustment brush. So click here and you will notice a panel comes up with brush settings. If you're not sure about how to get the brushes into Lightroom, it can be a little bit tricky. Please do watch the video where I walk you through how to get your brushes into Lightroom. So at the top here you'll have Effect. It might say something like Exposure, it might say Contrast, but click on this one here and you can choose the LSP Cherished Dreams brush that you want to. So I'm going to scroll down here. You can see I've got a lot of brushes in my Lightroom panel. So first of all, I'm going to come up with the Lift and Light brush, I think. I like to have my brush on full feather, and I like to bring the flow down a little bit. This means you can click and start painting and it will build up. It won't just come in at full strength. So I like to bring the flow down a little bit. I don't like having auto mask on. You can try this, but I don't like it. So I'm going to use this one to bring attention to the face. So let's turn the brush off now. And we can see some attention has been brought into the face. We've got this really lovely dreamy glow going on. So I'm going to come up to the brush, click New, and I think I'm going to go find my Cherished brushes and use the deep dark brush. I'm going to make this nice and big. Just bring this around any areas that I don't really want to take attention of the image. So I'm bringing the framing in now. Click New, click on the effect and choose another brush. I may use Heavenly Glow. This will give a really beautiful kind of intimate glow to the skin and anywhere else. So a little bit on the bowl, a little bit on Bunny's face there. Click New again. You'll see that we have these editing pins coming up, so we can always click back on the brush and change them again if you want to. So the great thing about Lightroom is it keeps everything kind of open and editable. It's a vastly different program to Photoshop, but it can be really, really quite powerful when it comes to editing. I'm going to click on Sharp Twist, make this really small, and I'm going to use this to sharpen up the eyes and the lips. Click New again. I do apologise about all my brushes here. You probably won't have to scroll down. Yours will probably show at the top. How about some portrait softness to the skin? This will give it that really dreamy look that we're going for this image. I'm going to use this on the fur as well. Let's have a little recap about what we're doing so far. I made a virtual copy of this image so we can see before. That's where we started. And after. So I'm going to go back on the brushes now. Remember, you cannot use the brushes in any other Lightroom program apart from Lightroom Classic Desktop, which comes in your Creative Cloud package. So I'm going to go for a calm the tones. I'm just going to calm his face just a little bit, because I feel it's a little bit luminous there. Okay, I'm going to click New again, and I'm going to choose, let's open up the brushes, the Hazy Wash. Oh, hang on. Undo that. Control Z. I'm going to have to click New. Otherwise I'm actually editing another brush. New. Here we go. I'm going to choose Hazy Wash for the background. So I'm going to make this brush nice and big, making sure it's definitely on a low flow. And you will notice there's a tiny colour box here. You can change that colour to any colour you want to add this hazy wash to your image. So I'm just coming over like this. I'm going to hold down Alt, which will actually turn this into a minus instead of a plus in the middle. Bring it down nice and small. And I'm going to paint this off my subjects. Because I don't want the haze coming down onto them. So Lightroom really can be quite powerful with brushes. So on Hazy Wash you can double click this tiny colour box here and you can choose any colour you want. So I'm going to go for perhaps an orangey pink. And come off the brush. Click New Brushes. See all my newborn brushes and the studio brushes are in here. I think I'm going to go for a clarity and attention. And I'm just going to give this one last pop over the subjects. And perhaps one more little pop of the Calm the Tones brush as well. Okay, so let's see before and after. And that's how to create kind of a magical storytelling image in Lightroom using the LSP Cherished Dreams Lightroom preset collection. One more thing I'm just going to do, let me just zoom out a touch, is I'm just going to fix these little blemishes areas here. So I'm going to hold down on the spot removal on the heel, or you can use clone, and I'm just going to drag this over. Lightroom's technology of healing is generally quite good. I mean, I normally heal in Photoshop and I would prefer Photoshop for that, but because we're in Lightroom anyway and these aren't big issues, I'm just going to quickly heal them here. And we're done. So before and after. That is a Lightroom Classic Creative Cloud edit using the LSP Cherished Dreams collection. Thank you for watching. My name's Lauren. This set is available at www.lsp-actions.com.